Okay, folks, to start out, as I said, we're going to jump into the 2011 Viognier. This wine isn't quite yet released, but we're really excited for it. It's showing well. For those of you that got this in your package, I'm sure you're going to be super stoked once you swirl and sip this guy. It is an unusual wine, or an unusual Viognier for us. Once again, make sure you get a good look at that. In the 2011, we had this incredibly hot, dry year leading through the growing season, but then it all sort of changed on August 29th, where we then got 30 days straight of rain, which was, it's not something that you ever want to wish for. It just wasn't what we wished for. We wished for a nice dry vintage, nice dry harvest, to just let those grapes mature and get good concentration. But it's funny, a lot of people, they think about the 2011 vintage only about the rainy harvest season, but they forget about the awesome season that we had leading up to it. So it was kind of neat. There was some great flavor development that was happening early on, particularly with varieties that were right on the cusp of being ripe, like Chardonnay or Viognier. This particular wine came from two different vineyards that we don't always use, but really thought they had some cool fruit in the 2011 vintage for us to try something with. So it came from a vineyard called Maggie's Vineyard, which is on Harpers Ferry Road, just out technically in Purcellville, almost in West Virginia. Nice hilly site, very clean, bright fruit. And then the other one was Williams Gap, which is where our 2010 Viognier also came from. It's got a good south-facing slope, a lot of sunshine, very, very ripe fruit. But in 2011, we decided not to do anything like skim soak. We didn't really think that the wine was going to benefit from getting that extra phenolic load or that extra mouthfeel. 2011 to us, what it was about was taking some of the flavor development that happened early on and really accentuating that with the brightness of what the vintage had, because not only was rain, but it was also cloudy, and it was cooler. It maintained that bright, fresh acidity. So that's really what we wanted to lock into this wine to showcase the vintage of Viognier. Aromatically, it's a Viognier for Sauvignon Blanc lovers. It definitely has that grapefruit characteristic, has those citrusy components. It's almost got a grassiness to it. It's more about this elegance and freshness than it is a lot of those very exotic characteristics that we get in a lot of vintages with Viognier. I do find this a super fun wine, though. So as I said, just loads of that grapefruit and citrus and, almost earthy grassiness characters on the nose. Very explosive, very intense. On the palate, like a lot of the 2011 wines, I'm shocked at how much weight and depth there actually is to the wine. It definitely has a crisp backbone. It has a lot of freshness. It's something that's going to go incredibly well with hot summer days. It's going to do super well with different, lighter fare when you're doing a simple filet of sole or something like that in a lemon butter and herb type sauce. This is the type of thing that really is going to come through and be expressive in those particular situations. But it does have a good mid-palate weight to the wine, which, we were all very shocked to find out after the vintage that a lot of our wines were really garnering that weight. This one, this is all done in stainless steel, so we really wanted to maintain the freshness and the crispness of this wine, which is the hallmark of the vintage, and really the part that we felt we wanted to accentuate. So, very cool fermentation, took a couple of weeks. Unlike a lot of years, we did actually use commercial yeast as well in 2011. because it was such a tricky vintage, we wanted to make sure that we actually did play the safe road for once. It was kind of unusual. But I think what we ended up with was a really neat, bright, crisp style of wine. It was pretty simple winemaking after that, just a cool, long fermentation in stainless steel, and then cleaned it up and got it in bottle for you. So here it is. Cheers to the 2011 Viognier.